Do you like bullying the hunter? Do you think that hanging on a wall is a good use of your time? Are you insane in deciding to play someone other than Fog? Well then Inked is probably the next best thing. Inked is basically Ghost but with better perks. This would be good if they hadn't nursed Cloak into the fucking ground. Other than looking like a 12-year-old's edgy OC, Inked actually has at least a few manageable perks. With Inked, you have 5 perks. Spider-Man, Broken Shift Key, Security Blanket's Big Brother, and Dumb and Dumber. Her powers are invisible but not really, and heals but worse. With Inked, the best way to make use of her abilities is to look at her skill set and say, hey, that looks like a tank character. Then throw that shit out the window and proceed to play like a pussy as you cling to every tree you can and pray to God the hunter doesn't look up. Of course you can play Inked like a tank. However, be prepared to spend hours on end grinding out points for an extra 3% damage reduction on a perk that already doesn't help. Shield is ultimately worthless compared to Cloak, but if you feel like fucking over your team, you can always just shoot shields at them for the hunter to see. However, the other playstyle is better for bullying hunters, which makes it the obvious choice. The general pattern while playing Inked should go like this. Find blood, deliver, get caught, cloak, hide in a tree, rinse and repeat. Of course, this is highly situational. I mean, who delivers blood? Losers, that's who. Remember, the trees are your friends. Just be sure the hunter doesn't hear you speaking Vietnamese. However, one of my favorite things to do in trees is to trick shot people from across the map.
And you got him.
And finally, the endgame. If Cloak wasn't already good enough, or at least as good as it can be, it can also hide you from the hunter when you're marked. So basically, you can give a giant fuck you to the hunters during blood mode and just disappear long enough to leave. Of course, they can still see that black shadow bullshit that all games with invisibility apparently need, but it's better than being out in the open as a level 1 Sawbones.